The president, he says he wants to lead a movement and end mail-in voting in elections.
Right. Yesterday on Truth Social, he said an executive order is being drafted to end the use of mail-in ballots. It comes after he and President Putin spoke last week about what they see as the problems with mail-in voting. Let's talk more about this with NBC 10 political commentator Sue O'Connell.
All right, so Sue, the president, it just seems like he can't make up his mind about how he feels about this. He blamed the 2020 loss, his election loss, on that, only after using them to vote in previous elections. And then he turned around and said mail-in ballots helped him win in 2024. Glenn, I would think you would agree, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, we just feel like there's whiplash.
Yeah, it's absolutely whiplash because the facts speak for themselves. Trump wants to eliminate mail-in ballots before 2026, calling them corrupt, despite any evidence of fraud. But, as you mentioned, he has voted by mail himself in at least 3 elections. And in 2024, Trump and his campaign actively encouraged supporters to vote by mail because the Republican strategists saw it as an advantage to bank votes earlier. And remember, Trump won that election, by the way, and now he's opposing it again, conveniently after meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who Trump claims told him mail-in voting makes honest elections impossible. Though Russia uses mail-in voting, too, and I don't know if we should really be getting election integrity advice from Putin and Russia.
All right, so let's go deeper into some of Trump's specific concerns about mail-in ballots. He says they're inaccurate, very expensive, and seriously controversial. I'm skeptical, but are any of those a legitimate worry?
Well, Glenn, we should always be vigilant about the security of our election process, and there's always going to be some problems, and we should look at them and fix them. But let's fact-check those specific claims. Inaccurate? Well, studies show fraud and problems are rare. Very expensive? That's debatable. You actually save on polling locations and election day staff. Seriously controversial? Well, only because Trump made them so. Dozens of countries use mail-in voting successfully, including the United States. And look, America should be making it easier for citizens to vote, not harder. Mail-in ballots help elderly voters, people with disabilities, military overseas, and working parents who can't get to the polls. And many of those categories actually voted for Donald Trump with mail-in ballots.